Hi, I'm Sheri Luedtki, and I'm on the Whitehouse Tree Commission. As a special project this year, we studied how maple syrup was raised.
If you notice that the trees have been tapped, there's a little spigot drilled into the side of the tree with a tube going down into the container, and the container collects the sap. There are probably about 100 trees in this area that are tapped like this. Some are red maples, some are sugar maples. This is sap that's been collected by Mr. Colvin from some of his maple trees. This has not been processed yet. This is probably the end of it. It's the middle of March, and he's drawing to the end of his production. But as you can see, there's quite a bit in each one of the containers that he will dump into the processing container. This is a picture of the filter that the raw maple sap goes into, filters out any large debris, and then it is taken up into this tube and goes into this large vat, and from there it goes into the processing vats. This is another view of the raw sap dripping into the container, getting ready to go into the boiling chamber. And you can see that it goes very slowly. The sap takes many, many hours to boil down, so that is maple syrup. This shows the sap going from the big vat, where it's been filtered into the big vat, and it drips into a container on the far side. Then the syrup moves through the container until it ends up down at this end. And at this end, once it's boiled enough, it's maple syrup. This is where the tap is, where the bottling takes place, right here. You can see that the finished maple syrup is dripping down into the filter, so it has it's filtered out any impurities. Okay, this is an example of the different colors of maple syrup that you might get when you make it, depending on different conditions. They're all good. It's just that sometimes if you boil it longer, it becomes darker. It could be a difference in the trees, a combination of sap that you get from the trees, but it's all good. And Mr. Colvin uses red maple and sugar maple in order to make his syrup.
I want to thank Mr. Colvin for inviting us to come out to his farm and watch this maple syrup production. It was very informative, and hope the general public enjoys it. Thank you.